I think I speak for many people when I say that the most enjoyable and gratifying part of lost media searches is when and if they are found. And with so many people dedicating their time and resources to search for these pieces of media, tons of new and interesting things are being discovered all the time. Even this year, which had some great finds, which is what I made my first video about. And since then, even more great and interesting discoveries have been made. So, here are 9 more pieces of lost media found in 2021. The Garfield Show, Rodent Rebellion. From 2009 to 2016, The Garfield Show ran as a CG animated children's series on Cartoon Network and Boomerang, which aired for 5 seasons. The entirety of the 5th season, however, was only technically 1 episode, which was made up of 4 parts entitled Rodent Rebellion, which featured an invasion of rats that would steal things from people and blame it on the character John Arbuckle. However, this special and final episode of the series only aired once, with no home media release of any kind, with streaming services such as Netflix that have the series only having 4 seasons of the show available. So for many years after the show had ended, there was no way to view this episode of The Garfield Show, and it remained that way until February 15th, 2021, when YouTube channel Niji uploaded the French, Russian, Czech, and Romanian dubs of the special. However, there was no original English dub of the episode. But a recording of the English dub of the episode was uploaded to YouTube on June 11th, 2021, by user Vincels, where it can still be viewed today. Tarantella. This lost short film was actually the first short film that was made by well-known and acclaimed director Christopher Nolan, which he made in college while studying at UCL in 1989. However, it was only ever aired officially one time as far as we know. And that was on September 12th, 1990, on episode 113 of Image Union, which was a local PBS Chicago show. But after this initial airing, the short became lost for 31 years and was not available to be seen again. However, that changed when, due to the efforts of a man named Henry Adams, the film was found on April 22nd of 2021. But the film wasn't able to be seen publicly until July 12th, 2021, when a channel called Media Burn Archive uploaded it to Vimeo. And soon after this, it was revealed that the Media Burn Archive channel was actually run by the creators of the Image Union show that had originally broadcasted the short, and Tarantella can still be viewed in the full Image Union episode. Chuckles the Clown commercial. During the 1980s, there were these telephone services where a premium rate would be charged in exchange for either the amount of time or just if you had called these numbers, which were typically targeted toward children, and trying to get them to call these services and hear from some of their favorite cartoon characters, or really anything else, such as news services even. And the biggest way that these services and numbers got out there in the first place were due to various commercials. And with there being a plethora of these to be found during this time, not many people paid much attention to Chuckles the Clown, which was just another commercial for one of these services. However, despite it not being preserved when it aired, today it is remembered nostalgically by the people who remember seeing the commercial all those years ago. Although, of course, it was lost. The commercial itself was said to feature a claymation clown called Chuckles, and would show a boy turning into a rock star while Chuckles would advertise the hotline. But besides these descriptions, there wasn't much else that people had on this commercial. However, on June 7th of 2021, Lost Media Wiki user That Gaming uploaded it to YouTube, and it is now theorized that the commercial aired sometime in November 1987. Regardless, the commercial can now still be viewed on YouTube. The Rough and Ready Show. Also sometimes just known as Rough and Ready, was the first animated TV production by William Hanna and Joseph Barbera of Hanna-Barbera Studios. The show featured the characters of Ruff, who was a cat, and Reddy the dog. and shared similar traits to series that they would go on to create, such as one of their most famous and well-known productions, Tom and Jerry, which featured a similar dynamic. However, with this show, the budget was significantly lower than any of the others that Hanna-Barbera would go on to produce. Still, despite this, it was one of the first animated television programs out there, and it aired on December 14th, 1957 on NBC, and was rerun up until 1964, and then would be occasionally played on certain children's networks throughout the years. And the final broadcasts of the show on TV are thought to be sometime in the early 1990s on Cartoon Network, or sometime in 2002 on Boomerang. But on top of all these various airings that took place, there were also some limited home releases of some episodes, including a Laserdisc release as part of the Hanna-Barbera Personal Favorites collection, as well as a UK VHS release called Rough and Ready: Crows in the Clouds. However, despite all of this, only some clips and a few episodes were able to be viewed on YouTube. That was until June 18th, 2021, when archive.org user Rough and Ready uploaded all 156 episodes of the series to the site. Monster by Mistake. Back in 1999, an obscure French-Canadian 3D animated cartoon series titled Monster by Mistake was aired on YTV. This show was about two siblings by the name of Warren and Tracy, who would find a magic book that contained spells and would lead to many wacky scenes and scenarios, such as one where Tracy would accidentally turn Warren into a monster whenever he sneezed. There was also a ghost character that lived in the attic of their house and was apparently a stereotype of a 1950s gangster. But besides this small synopsis of the series, there was not much information on the show besides some plot details, which were available for each episode on a Catapult Productions article, which as of now is no longer able to be viewed. Besides this, there were supposedly a couple of episodes that were released on obscure VHS releases, although these are also thought to be lost. However, in 2018, a YouTube channel was created called Monster by Mistake, which would gradually upload episodes of the series, although only 30 of the original 52 episodes would be available here on YouTube. However, now, as of June 21st, 2021, the entire series can now be viewed on the streaming service Tubi. Amazing Animals. Also known as Henry's Amazing Animals, was a kids show that ran on the Disney Channel from 1996 to 1999. It was an educational children's program that was about a lizard boy named Henry that would teach the audience about different types of animals in different locations and time periods, typically for each episode. There were surprisingly actually many home media releases of the show, but they were all on VHS, and not only that, they apparently also would be released one episode at a time per VHS tape. That's right, each tape would have one 24-minute episode on it. Unsurprisingly, all of these home media releases are hard to come by today, and only some of the episodes were able to be viewed online. But eventually, most of the episodes were tracked down, and after some time, there were only 4 episodes of the 52 episodes that were produced that were still missing. And finally, after many years of hunting, the final 4 episodes were found on May 31st, 2021, and are now available on archive.org. Hilda Animation Test. The hit Netflix animated series Hilda was released on September 21st, 2018, to almost universal acclaim, being adapted from the comic book series by Luke Pearson of the same name. However, what a lot of people might not know about the production of the Hilda animated series is that before the show was actually made, an animation test pitch for the series was created by Mercury Fireworks, which was dated October of 2014. The plot of the short animation was about Hilda waking up in her bed to be greeted by her friend Twig, and would transition to them traveling and running through various locations, when by the end of the animation it would show the Hilda logo, which was only slightly different from the one used in the Netflix series. And besides some other minor art style changes, it looks remarkably similar to the actual show. However, after it was pitched, it was never seen again, at least not for a while. And in an interview with Pearson in November 2020, he stated that the full animation test could not be officially released to the public because of the song that was used in it, due to copyright issues. So really all there were some screenshots as well as a 4-second running animation that were found. But on January 15th, 2021, that would all change when a YouTube channel called Hilda Archive would upload the lost animation in its entirety. Kranatelli, translated as Keepers in English, was a Soviet television adaptation of the Lord of the Rings novels by J.R.R. Tolkien. Kranatelli was meant to be the first part in a series that would cover all of the books and was an adaptation of the first one, The Fellowship of the Ring. However, it was only aired once from April 13th to 14th of 1991, and was only broadcast in the city of St. Petersburg, Russia, which was back then called Leningrad, and was broadcast to Leningrad TV, now known as 5 TV. The show itself was made on a very low budget, and since the Soviet Union was dissolved in December of 1991, more media from outside of Russia started to be broadcast in favor of these low-budget programs that were produced locally. And so, Kranatelli was lost. It was so obscure, in fact, that over the years, many people even began to doubt its existence, and instead thought it was maybe just an urban legend or some sort of rumor. But all that changed on March 27th, 2021, when it was actually found in the archives of 5 TV, and was subsequently uploaded to their YouTube channel, and has since garnered over 2 million views. Demon Carb commercial. This lost commercial was described by many people who had seen it, and was talked about a lot in places like Reddit, even being featured in Blame It on George's Lost Hito Gato video, where he describes people remembering the commercial, which was thought to feature a family sitting around a living room having some sort of baby shower. However, apparently the lady in the commercial would turn into some scary demon before they were handed a candy bar, which the commercial was allegedly advertising. It was also thought to have aired either in the late 90s or early 2000s. But besides this, not much else was known, and there was no footage of it available. However, just 2 days after Blame It on George uploaded his video, the commercial was found in a compilation of commercials from 2001 and was uploaded to YouTube channel Otto Madden. And it was actually revealed to be a carb solutions commercial that was advertising protein bars and shakes. And now looking back on it, it really isn't as scary as everyone probably thought it was. As always, thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed. I've got a ton of projects in the works, so stay tuned for those, I guess. And if you haven't already seen my other Lost Media videos, I have a playlist that'll be available in the description for you. And as always, leave any other suggestions for videos or Lost Media that I should look at. Anyways, this is sourcebrew, and I'll see you guys next time.